The Shepherd's Shadow, the afterlife judgment of Pope Honorius the Fair. There are graves that cannot silence the past. In the story of faith, some names never find rest, called back from the dust to account for their actions. This is the story of Honorius I, the Pope who died in peace, but whose memory was condemned to darkness 40 years after his last breath. We travel to the 7th century. Christianity was bleeding out from religious arguments. At the center of the storm, the nature of Christ. Did he have one will or two? Honorius, a man of peace, received a letter from the Patriarch of Constantinople, looking for a political way to solve the conflict. Honorius then made a mistake that eternity would not forgive. He chose diplomacy over truth. In his reply, he suggested one will, trying to find a middle ground that would prevent the empire from breaking apart. He wasn't trying to be a heretic. He was trying to find harmony. But in the world of the spirit, harmony built on unclear ideas is just a trick of the light. Honorius died in the year 638, but truth has a slow, steady patience. In the year 680, at the Third Council of Constantinople, his name was heard again. Imagine the scene: hundreds of bishops, the smell of incense, and the rustle of old papers. There, among the living, the dead man was judged. His letters were looked at not as official papers, but as cracks through which error had crept in. The judgment was harsh. He was cursed. The Pope was declared a heretic after his death. This was the first time the Church officially said that the person holding Peter's seat could be wrong, not out of bad intentions, but out of carelessness. The most shocking part was that his successors agreed. Pope Leo II confirmed the judgment, accusing Honorius of letting the pure faith be stained by a worldly betrayal. Here lies the lesson. Honorius was not condemned for making up a lie, but for not having the courage to defend the truth in time. He was the guard who, seeing the wolf approach, decided not to ring the bell so as not to scare the flock. But a shepherd's silence is a feast for the wolf. The story of Honorius the Fair is like a mirror for our time. It reminds us that being neutral when faced with error is in itself a choice. That the comfort of today often becomes the debt of tomorrow. In the end, history will not ask us how many battles we won, but how many truths we kept quiet for fear of disturbing the peace. Because even if voices fade, the echo of our unspoken words will continue to ring within the walls of time.